At ease, brothers. Over the last, I'll say 5 years, man, I've been able to extract bits and pieces of conversations, whether it's, me just chopping up with the boys, whether it's me, talking to family members, whether it's me, talking to brothers in the circle, whether it's me having one-on-one consultations. Just over a million different mini conversations over the last number of years, man. I've been able to extract the deciding factors of on attributes, I'll say, of what people have compared to what people don't have, as far as those that win and those that don't win. And I'll say this before we even get into it, man. One thing I noticed, man, on why a lot of people don't succeed, even before we get into the attributes, the reason why a lot of people don't succeed is because they're basing success, or they're calling success what somebody else calls success. If someone else's vision is to have, certain cribs, certain cars, certain lifestyle, certain maybe to travel to certain places. If that's not what you're about, then stop calling that success. If success for you is to just be able to disappear, to be able to fall off the planet, have no communication with nobody, live in the middle of the woods, live in the middle of some foreign country, 3 pair of clothes, 1 pair of shoes. If that's success for you, then call that success and move in that energy. It's when people get on the gram in the book and see somebody else living a certain way and say, you know what, that must be what successful is. Just because that post has 1 million views and 1 million likes, that must be what I should be striving for. So that's the number one determining factor, man. Before we even get into the attributes, man, is a man defining his own success, brother. And I understand now, man, that it's not the easiest of things, because the first thing you have to do to get into that place is simply just love self and pretty much disregard what the world thinks, man. It's hard to find that self-love, man, with the way you move, the way you dress, the way you talk, what you drive is simply based on you and what you enjoy, and not thinking about the acceptance of the world. Very few men get to that state, man. That's a strong mindset to stand in. And even very few more women. It's even harder for women for some reason, man. Self-love, brother. And y'all know, I can't talk about self-love without talking about Tiege Hanley. Moving in a successful way, man, you have to have self-love. You have to, I'm gonna tell you this, bro. It's not even about the women anymore. Having nice skin, it's not even about the women anymore. It's about waking up in the morning, getting my day started, brushing my teeth. And when I'm washing my face, I see who I am. I see the energy that I'm pouring into myself. Having good skin, man, and taking care of myself, it's what moves me to do the things that I do throughout the day. That's why I'm proud to partner with Tiege Hanley on this video. Believe me, man, Tiege Hanley is the truth. You've heard me talk about them before, and you're going to be hearing me talk about them for a long time, because I know the positive impact they've had on my life. Seriously, I don't think some of you brothers believe me when I tell you how much implementing a quality skincare routine will improve confidence in all areas of your life. Tiege Hanley makes taking care of your skincare uncomplicated. They provide you with all the products that you need and nothing you don't. I recommend you start with their level 1 system, which comes with all the basics: a daily face wash, an exfoliating scrub, an AM moisturizer with SPF 20, and a PM moisturizer. Oh, and to make it simple for guys like us, they provide this instruction card in every box that tells you how and when to use each product. It definitely comes in clutch. Skincare wasn't something I always took seriously, brothers, but now I wish I would have sooner. But you don't have to take my word for it, brothers. There are over 5,000 5-star reviews from customers around the globe. In addition to amazing skin, members of Tiege Hanley get tons of benefits, including at least 20% off of retail price, access to exclusive monthly deals, the ability to pause or cancel at any time, and free US shipping. And because Tiege Hanley is sponsoring today's video, they're offering my viewers a great deal. Just click the first link in the description box and you'll get 30% off your first box, plus a free gift. Don't miss out on this amazing deal. Click that link and get started today. Brothers, let me be clear. When I say Teej Hanley is giving you free gifts upon your purchase, I'm not talking about ballpoint pens. I'm not talking about Teej Hanley stickers. I'm talking about real gear. I'm talking about real swag. One of my favorite pieces, man, is this towel that you get. When people come into my bathroom, man, they see this Teej Hanley towel, the first thing it says is, you know what? Me first. Soul puts himself first. Nice swag, brothers. Other thing I love, man, is this travel bag. When you're traveling, brother, skincare is still priority. Not only will this house your skin, your Teej Hanley products, you can put your other things in here as well, man. This is the first thing I grab when it's time for me to dip. When I'm making a quick trip, flying to Miami, flying to Florida, this is where I'm going, brother. Putting everything in this first, man. So the swag is tight. So hit that link today. Take advantage now. So the 3 deciding factors of success that I've noticed in every single person that wins in life, right? The first attribute I've noticed, man, is that everybody that wins has vision. Now I know what you're saying. Oh, well, so everybody has vision. Everybody doesn't have vision. Matter of fact, most of the men that think they have vision only have desire. Now, I know if you read Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill, he speaks that, desire is pretty much, he speaks very high of desire. But in my mind, desire is just not enough. Desire is just having enough, accumulated energy to have a solid thought. And just having a solid thought does nothing. Every single man, hell, every single child has a thought. Every single child knows how to use their imagination. But if you can't transmute that energy back down to the physical world, it's just a thought. You're just a daydreamer. And I'm telling you, most men that think they're moving in a high vibrational, energy, but they aren't getting those results, they have no vision. They only have desire, brothers. And what I mean by vision is, and of course, your word says that a man without vision shall perish. A man without vision, in other words, a man without vision will stay stagnant his whole life. A man without vision will take L's the remainder of his days. So when I talk about vision, I'm talking about a man having the ability to breathe life into what he desires. In other words, he can think a thing, but how does he begin to breathe life into it? How does he go from just being able to think a thing and seeing himself on the stage of life and can in his mind start putting himself in that scenario? You know what I'm saying? Because in your mind, if you can't actually put yourself in that scenario, you can't begin to devise or compose a plan to obtain that thing. And if you can't create or compose a plan of action, brother, you'll never have it. It'll just stay a desire. It'll just stay a thought. And I'm telling you, this is one of the major factors that I noticed over the years of people that say, you know what? Okay, I'm moving in a certain way. I'm trying to achieve a certain thing. The people that just say that and the people that are bringing that thing into fruition. That's one of the deciding factors, man, having vision. Because again, if you don't have vision, you can't have a plan of action. If you don't have a plan of action, you won't succeed. I'm telling you, I've tried this. I'm telling you, I've been a man at some point in my life that just sit there and daydreamed all day and meditated and sit there and twiddle my thumbs and waited on the world to do something. Not knowing that I had to say, okay, you know what? I now have a vision. Let me put a plan in place. Now I see the way to get there. Let me put a step-by-step plan in place. In other words, when I get up every day, what in the cornbread hell am I going to be doing to obtain this world? What am I going to be doing? What are my boots being on the ground? What is that going to look like? You know what I'm saying? Vision, having a plan of action, incorporating accountability. I'm gonna tell you this: if you don't have a circle of brothers that you hang with, man, we have to learn to be self-accountable, man. And I don't know if that's putting reminders in your phone. I don't know if that's tracking your progress on a spreadsheet. Whatever it is for you, man. The first thing a man must do, man, is take that desire, make it a vision, breathe life into it, make a plan of action, execute, and then hold himself accountable. If you meet deadlines, brother, recognize that you meeting deadlines. Don't just keep putting stuff on the back burner. Don't just keep rolling actions over for the week after week, month after month. To next thing you know, a whole year has passed and you're still looking at your projects. But first, you have to have vision, man. You have to get that thing out of your mind and really start breathing life into it, putting emotional energy into it, putting a game plan on achieving it. That's the thing most brothers don't do. That's the thing most brothers don't do. The second thing you have to do, man, is this. What I noticed is a lot of men need to learn to recalibrate. Learn to recalibrate. What do you mean, so? Learn to recalibrate. Meaning, like, once you put that plan in action, once you have that vision and now you're moving towards it, you gotta understand this. It will never be smooth sailing. Of course, when you write it down, when you thinking out, it's straight beeline. But you gotta understand, man, you're gonna have to do some juking, some jucking and jiving, some dodging, some taking some blows, taking a few L's. You have to learn to recalibrate. In other words, take those mini L's in life, those small L's in life, man, and learn from them. If you're on a project, or if you're moving a certain way, man, and you fall short, sit back for a day, man. Sit back for a day too, man. Take notes on what you did right, what you did wrong, and go back at it. Go back at it. Now, it's not even about achieving a plan. I'm talking about life. Even if you see you're moving a certain way and you say, you know what, okay, I'm trying to be a man that moves like this. So one thing I got to do is I got to stop spending money here. I got to stop using these vices. I got to stop messing with these women. But you find yourself getting lost in the sauce and falling short. But most men will take those mini L's and say, you know what, I feel short. I'm done. Let me go back from having a vision and just put it back in the box of desire. Let me just sit back because I took that L. Man, we have to learn to take those L's and roll with the punches, bro. A man must learn to recalibrate. If you don't learn to recalibrate, brother, you will never win. And I'm saying it because a lot of people think that getting to a certain point, and again, I say success is different for everybody, but getting to your level of success, brother, if you think it's going to be just straight A to B, brother, you're not even built for this. You're not even built for this. There are going to be some times, man, where you lose a lot of money and you got to say, man, you know what? Like I dropped the ball. I did something wrong. Let me look at what I did and rethink this whole thing. But most men, common men, like I like to call them, common men will take that first L and say, you know what? I'm done. Yep. I made a post on Instagram. Didn't nobody like it? I'm done. Yep. I wrote a book. I made an ebook. Nobody bought it. I'm done. I opened up a gym. Nobody came. I'm done. Nobody's watching my podcast. Nobody's buying this product that I worked hard on. I'm done. I don't have enough money to market this. I'm done. If that's you, brother, I'm telling you, just remain in the land of the common for the remainder of your days because you'll never make it. I'm telling you, brother, I'm telling you the three deciding factors on people that win. And you have to be a man. You have to be a woman that can face those challenges and learn to recalibrate and say, you know what? I fell short. I dropped the ball, man. And the last one, brothers, is you have to be strong, man. You cannot be weak. And when I say you can't be weak, what I'm really saying is you cannot be a man that quits. You can't be a man that quits. Like once you start your journey, once you plug in, you have that vision, you start marching, brother, it's that until you die. And again, this is one thing, man. One thing we have to stop doing, like I said earlier, we have to stop gauging our success. We have to stop gauging the time that we achieve success on what everybody else is doing. There have been things that I've started that should have took me 6 months. But it ended up taking me damn near 6 years. But the thing is, what makes my life happy, to me at least, is the fact that I say, you know what? I might have got distracted in there. I might have fell short. I might have made some decisions. I might have got with the wrong people. But damn it, I woke up every day and that was still my goal. Like I was, even when I wasn't running toward it anymore, I was still low crawling toward that something. You know what I'm saying? I'm still moving toward it. Like failure is not an option. It might take me 100,000 years to get there, but damn it, I'm gonna get there. I'm going to get there. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of people, it goes back to taking those L's. A lot of people take that L, man, and say, you know what? I'm throwing in the towel. I'm done. I'm not made for this. I'm not built for this. And to be honest, you're right. If you're quitting, you're right, man. That's why a lot of it, man, it comes down to you doing things you love or having a strong emotional tie to your why or whatever it takes for you. But whatever you have to plug into, whatever you have to do to say, you know what, I'm not going to quit, do it, man. Like I said, brother, these are the 3 deciding factors. I mean, there are many. Of course, there are a million other attributes. There are a million other things that man must do to achieve self-mastery and all that. But to just achieve success, if you do these 3 things, brother, you're gonna win. You're gonna win. And I'm telling you, I'm taking this information, man, from several people I've talked to, people that are winning on a high level, people that have been trying to win their whole lives and have good ideas, but they're still not winning. And I'm like, what are they not doing that these other brothers are doing? And these are the deciding factors, man. These are the deciding factors. Brothers, don't forget about the amazing deal at Tiege Hanley. Click that link and get started today.